Hello there, Mr. Trewin here. Boys and girls, let's go through and mark the maths work from yesterday. We'll leave the second page. It required you to draw pictures and then have somebody double up all of the features of the picture you drew. So it'll be a bit difficult to mark it in this way. So we're going to do the first and the third page. So let's have a little start here. I'll just put it onto the red pen. It says here, when we double... So we're just starting up here. When we double, we are multiplying by 12. Here is one spider. One spider has 8 legs, and therefore we can say 1 times 8 equals 8. Okay, one spider has 8 legs. So if we double it, we have 2 spiders, and what we can say is, well, 2 spiders means 2 lots of 8, or 2 times 8, and that'll give us 16. And again, we can use 8 plus 8 to get that answer, like we started to do last week. Okay. Draw the dots on the other side of the dominoes to create doubles. Finish the number facts. So you had to basically copy. I'm trying to try a smaller one. Sorry. Make that smaller. Okay. We go again. All right. So we go dot, dot. It's very difficult with this. All right. There. Okay. Try to copy that the same. I'll make it a little bit bigger. All right, let's see if I can get it and put a dot in the middle. This one will be better now. Okay, and what that gives us is 2 times 5 equals 10. So we've got 2 lots of 5. There's one lot of 5 here and the other lot of 5 there. Okay. All right, now let's move back here. For B, we just had to do 2 on the dice. Sorry, yours is going to look neater than mine, which means 2 lots of 2. And 2 lots of 2 is the same as 2 plus 2, and it gives us 4. Okay, we move down here to one single dice, do 2 lots. And so you've got 1, but you're doing 2 lots of it. So it's 1 times 2 is 2. 1, 2, 3. 3. And how many lots of 3 have we got? We've got 2 lots of 3, which gives us 6. Here you had to actually say, how many eyes can you see here? And so, of course, here are the eyes, all of our eyes. But also, a bit of a trick question, the dogs have eyes as well. So if you only had 2 lots of eyes, I'll accept it. But if you had 4 lots of eyes, that's great. So how many? So we've got 1 lot, 2 lots, 3 lots, 4 lots. 4 times 2, 4 lots of 2, which gives us 8. Now we come down to the shoes. The dogs aren't wearing shoes, but we do have, there's 1 lot of 2 and another lot of 2. So we have 2 lots of 2. Now, you might have written that as 1 times 4, or 4 times 1, 4 lots of 1 shoe. But either way, the answer has to be 4. How many lollipops? If we look over here and here, you'll see there's 4 on each. So we've got 2 lots of 4. So 2 times 4 gives us 8. Now, if you've written 4 times 2, that's all right as well. And how many buttons? We've got, we'll try a different colour now. We've got 1 lot of buttons. Come on. 1 lot of buttons, 2 lots of buttons, but 3 in each. So you've got 2 lots of 3, which gives us 6. Okay, let's turn the page. I want to introduce something to you. When we look at, maybe we've got an array. We talked about arrays last week. And okay, we've got an array of dots here. What we have are, rows and columns. Rows and columns. So rows, I remember when I was a youngster, I'd always get the two confused. So you've got rows and then you've got columns. Now, the way that I remember how to do this is I always think of with rows, that being these, I think of them like a rowboat. And a rowboat moves this way, doesn't it? Or this way, but it's going along in that direction, just like these guys in their bigger rowboat over here. All right, so they're our rows. So it's good to remember they're your rows, just like a rowboat. So easy to remember then when we come back and we can remember that's just like the rowboat we talked about there. Okay. All right, so what that leaves then is for the other being columns, it leaves to be these. And I think of columns as like buildings. buildings, or columns, or you might have big columns on a bridge or something, Okay, let's move on. Terrible drawer. All right. Okay, so this is where we're going to use our rows. And let's get in here, and I'll make that pen a little bit smaller. All right. Okay. We can make turnarounds when we multiply. Look at this array. So you'll see you've got how many rows? How many rowboats? 2 rows. And in each row, there are 3. So it says here, there are 2 rows of 3, and that will give you 6. 1 row, 2 rows of 3 gives you 6. And that is the same as saying 2 times 3 equals 6. And it says we can turn it around to look like this. So that's basically if we flipped that around and stood it up, it would look like this over here. Now we have how many rows? 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. 3 rows of 2. And you're still then going to get the same answer. You're going to have 3 rows of 2 is 6. 3 rows of 2 is 6. Turnarounds help us learn about multiplication facts. It says if we know 2 times 3, we also know 3 times 2 because they're both ways of making 6. So as you get older, you'll learn about a thing called the commutative property. And that is basically a rule which states that it doesn't matter which order you multiply or add numbers in, you'll always get the same answer. It doesn't matter which order they're multiplied or added in. Let's go through and do these answers now. Look at the arrays and their turnarounds and write the facts to match. So we've got our 2 rowboats here. So 2 rows, 2 times 5 will give you 10. And then if we flip it, now we've got 5 rowboats here, 5 little ones, 5 rows. 5 times 2 is 10. Let's go to B. We've just got 4 rows there to start, but in each row there's only 1. It's almost like how many people in a rowboat, you could say. So that gives us 4. Flip it, 1 row, and there's 4. So 1 row times 4 gives us 4. Again, you'll see that same answer coming up, 4 and 4, 10 and 10. All right, how many rows have we got now? We've got 3 rows, and we've got 4 in each. 3 times 4 is 12. And if we individually added up all of those counters, of course, we'd get the answer. But we're working towards being able to calculate bigger problems without having to just add one after the other. That's where we're heading. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 3 in each. 4 times 3 gives us 12 as well. It says, can you turn these arrays around in your head? Write both facts. So we have 5 rows. Sorry, made an error. Sorry, I'm counting the number in each. We have 3 rows times 5. 3 times 5, 5, 10, 15 gives me 20. And then I can flip it. And I can now say if I was to spin that and sit it upright, I know that it's going to be 5 times 3 equals 15. And you can see that connection here where we're just crisscrossing 5 and 5 there, 3 and 3 over there. All right. Now we've got 3 rows, and in each 2, 4, there's 6. 3 times 6, I could go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, or I could just use my times tables if I know them, or if I can count in 6s. I'm going to get 18. Okay, flip it, and now I'm going to say 6 times 3 is 18. All right, all done. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.